Hello YouTube, what's new? 10 bucks if you can, not 10 bucks, 10 points if you can guess where that reference is from. So, what's new with me? Well, I have officially started studying for the bar again, and before I get into that, because as you can probably tell by the title of this video and the thumbnail, this whole thing is going to be about pre-bar prep, bar prep, which sounds super confusing. So yeah, before that, let's talk about what else is new with me since I last posted, which was 2 days ago. Well, first thing, editing, still non-existent. Don't expect it. Sorry. But I posted that video and I shared it on my Twitter and on my Instagram, because I'm still kind of scared to share it on my Facebook, because I follow a lot of law school people there, and even though I'm comfortable saying I failed the bar exam or I didn't pass the bar exam, putting it out there in front of people who I'm peers with is still, and people I know, is still kind of nerve-wracking because a lot of them did pass. So who knows if these videos will ever make it to my Facebook. Chances are they'll watch it one day, maybe. Who knows? They're probably gonna laugh at me. That's okay. I'm okay with that because I won't know that I'm being laughed at, so yeah. So before I get into pre-bar prep stuff, I'm going to talk a little bit about what has gone on since I posted that video, because there's one thing I want to share, and that is I was reached out to by one of my mentors from law school. So I'm going to try my best to keep this person's anonymity because they reached out to me privately, and I don't want to share everything that they have gone through and stuff and what they told me, because, or I don't want who they are to be revealed, because they reached out to me saying they did not pass, and I had an inkling that this person didn't pass because you can tell by who posts and who doesn't, because I don't look at the big full list, because if you didn't know, when the bar exam comes out, they put everybody on a list of who passed, which is no. I'm just glad that nowadays you get told a few days before that big list comes out so you can like prepare yourself. But like when my sister took the bar exam, she took it twice as well. But when she took it, they didn't have time to prep. They got the list and then they got their letter saying they passed or failed. Yeah, we got emailed beforehand, and we could look on the website for our own stuff with like our own analytics and stuff. And then a few days later they posted the big list of everybody's names who passed. That's so nerve-wracking because everybody knows. Even if you don't want to say it yourself, everybody's going to know eventually, which is no. I don't have any words because I just don't like that. I think it perpetuates a bad example of what lawyers are and what law school is. Because fun fact, like the thing in Legally Blonde where they're all like looking at everybody's grades, that used to be a thing. Not at my school, it's not. It might be at other schools, but at my school it wasn't like that. But like, who wants everybody to know how you did? No one wants, like, grades are very personal, especially in law school when everything is competitive. Even though like you might not feel the competitiveness, everything is competitive, grades are personal. So the fact that it's broadcasted to the world that you passed or failed the bar exam, no, I just don't like it. Anyway, so this person reached out to me, and for this story I'm going to try my best to keep this person's anonymity because I don't think they ever told anybody when they passed or when they didn't pass, but they had to take the bar exam twice. And this person was a mentor. And at my school, we had 2 mentorship programs. We had our academic success mentors, which were really great, but there's cons to them. And I'm going to do a video about that at some point later on down the line. But we also had mentors set up through the Student Bar Association. And this person was one of my SBA mentors. And what this person doesn't know is they are very important to me because my 1L year was not good. I struggled hard, and the only reason why I was able to rally myself into 2L year was because I talked with my dean, this person, I talked with our dean of students, this person, and I was able to go study abroad, which video. You're gonna have to remind me about these video ideas because I'm not gonna remember them. Anyways, so this person, my 1L year, was very helpful to me. I was writing a memo, which is something you do as a 1L. You write a memo and you write a brief. And I was writing this memo and I was freaking out over studying because you don't get any help. You get no help, which is counterproductive in my opinion, because that's not how the real lawyer world works. I wrote many memos in my internships and I was always allowed to ask for help, and most of the time they did not care about everything that your legal writing teacher is going to care about. Anyways, so this memo was happening. I was freaking out because my biggest fear was I was going to miss an issue. There were 2 issues in this memo, and my biggest fear was I was going to miss one. And I did. So you do the math. I didn't do so hot. Even if I had good writing, I didn't do so hot. And so this memo was going on. I was freaking out. I was panicking in the library, crying in the library, trying to keep myself contained into my little cubicle so nobody could see what I was doing because that was not allowed. And so I was trying to keep myself contained, and it was so hard. And I was shaking, and this person comes up behind me and he's like, "Hey, are you all right?" They were like, "Hey, are you all right?" And so they walked me outside and we just sat down and talked for 30 minutes. I don't know. They took a lot of time out of their own time to be able to talk with me and talk me through this. And they did this one other time that I really remember because one of you was really lonely for me, and they told me that they were my friend, and that meant a lot to me, and I don't think they realized how much that meant to me. I also don't think they realized that they were helping me through a panic attack. So if you're watching this, you're great, and thank you for everything. But they messaged me yesterday, and they basically said everything that you want to hear when you don't pass. And the thing is, it meant so much more coming from this person because they also didn't pass. But then they passed their second time, and they gave me some advice, and I'm going to take them up on one of the things they did. So I need to reach out to them again and ask them, because they got a tutor, so I'm going to reach out to them and do that. But that was something that happened, and it really meant a lot to me because you don't often get advice from people who have already failed the bar once. You don't often hear from people who failed it once unless it comes up in conversation, or you say you're scared about taking the bar exam and somebody's like, "Oh, I took it twice," and you would never know because it never comes up. It's never something that's spoken about. It's okay to fail a bar, because it's arbitrary. That's not the word I'm looking for. It's stupid, for lack of a better term. It's a test to keep people in or out of a club. So think of freshman year science, where you're probably if you're so I started out as a biology major, and chemistry was our weed out course. Law school, not your weed out course. Your weed out course is the 3-day bar exam, right? So that's what it's like. It's your that's your real weed out course, okay? I know that's such a bad thing. But yeah, so moving on from that, we're going to talk about studying. So I did start studying. I've done some of the pre stuff, and going about it a second time, I know what I need to do differently, and I know I need to add things into my studying. However, there is no study program that allows for that, to my knowledge. I've never done Themis. I do barbri, but Themis, they say that they're like tailored to what you need. Well, barbri does that too, but and like their rates are pretty much the same. Themis is just all online. Barbri, you have the opportunity to like go to a building and watch lectures. Themis is just all lectures, all online, but their pass rates are pretty much the same. So I take barbri, and I think one of the things that I'm gonna have to like do differently that barbri doesn't really set up is I'm gonna have to like do studying on my own no matter what. And I did that the first time. I had flashcards from a thing called Critical Pass, which they're great flashcards, so I'm going to be using those again. I did a lot of practice questions, but I'm going to have to do more because the course I'm taking for retaking the bar exam is the exact same course as the course I took when I took the bar exam the first time. So it's the same thing twice, which it was helpful the first time, but when you're retaking the bar exam, it's not really that helpful. They don't change the material really because you're being tested over essentially the same thing. So it's weird, if that makes any sense at all. Like, you get, for barbri at least, I don't know about Themis, I'm assuming you get the same guarantee from Themis. If you don't pass, you get to retake it for free. So I get this course, and it's the exact same course I've already taken, but I'm retaking the bar exam. So nothing is tailored towards retaking. So all the advice you're getting is all about, oh, this is what happened the first time. This is what happens when you first take it. You don't want to take it again. And it's like, I don't want to be told that because I'm already retaking it again, and I just don't want to deal with that. Who would want to deal with that again? You know, it's kind of like, I don't even know how to compare it to something because there's nothing to really compare it to. And that's a frustration I have. So you really do have to go out and find ways to study that isn't barbri, because while barbri is great and I love that I'm doing it, and if you want to sponsor me, just kidding, but while barbri is great, there is no good option for what do you do when you have to retake the bar exam. Like, you're kind of on your own because you know what worked the first time and you know where you're doing well, and because of how the barbri course at least works, you can't specify things and still get that 100% completion that they really strive for. It's not 100% completion tailored to your study needs, especially going into it a second time. It's 100% completion for everything that they offer. And I wish there was some way they could tailor it towards what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, in order to provide a better retaking experience. But as it stands, there's not. Maybe they'll see this and maybe they'll try to adjust their algorithms a bit. But yeah, that's where I am now in studying. Tomorrow, I'm probably just going to answer some multiple choice questions and get some of those started, get my brain thinking in that mentality again, because I don't really want to start the actual lectures yet. I'm going to do that next Monday, so I'll have a weekend off and then actual studying starts, which terrifies me, but I'm getting an early start because the actual studying, like, I think the day that they suggest is like December 23rd. No thank you. I will be studying that day, but like, I'd rather not start studying on that day because that's 2 days before Christmas. And if you cannot tell, I don't know if you can, I have lots of Christmas decorations up in my room right now. So I'm going to try to get as much of a head start on studying as I can in order to really make the most use out of barbri that I can, because once the lectures are done, I don't know what to go on beyond that, because like I will say one thing that my sister told me in retaking is listen to the lectures again, because it's always helpful to go over the law. So that's where I am right now. That's what's new with me. I don't know when my next video will be up. Who knows? It may be the weekend where I do one of the video ideas that I have suggested. Who knows? But yeah, if you liked this video, leave a like, thumbs up. Is that what they're doing? Subscribe to my channel. I will try to get out content. It's not going to be perfect content. Like, I'm using natural light, so this side of my face is in shadow. I apologize. I don't have a good place. I don't have a good filming setup. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I may do a Q&A at some point, who knows. Well, if I do a Q&A, you're not going to see me like looking at my phone looking for the questions, because I film on my phone, because we're low budget here. So yeah, eventually I'll get some more videos out, but next week is when the real studying starts, and next week is probably when these videos will get like shorter, but there'll be more of them, probably because that's when I'll be like giving my real thoughts on not necessarily the lectures and like their content, but like how I'm feeling about it, because I'm a procrastinator, which is gonna be hard to get through again, especially when I've already sat through all this stuff. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know what else to say besides that. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on the next one.